Welcome back. In this video, we will be talking about problems leading to quadratic equations. And this video contains 3 examples. So problems involving quadratic equations. We can use the techniques of solving quadratic equations to solve many practical problems in geometry, in architecture, in physics, in chemistry, in business. Just we will see some of them here. So the product of 2 consecutive positive odd numbers is 195. Find the numbers. So first product multiplied, right? 2 consecutive positive odd numbers. So we are talking about positive, right? And odd numbers. When we say odd numbers, we mean this 1 and 3 and 5, dot, dot, dot. And here if it is n, next number will be n plus 2, n plus 4, continue, right? And when we say consecutive, actually 2 numbers followed by another, right? This n and n plus 2, these are 2 consecutive odd numbers. And in the question, it says that the product, right? The product, so it is n times n plus 2 is equal to 195. And I'm going to solve this problem using guess and trial methods, because since we know that the solutions will be positive odd numbers. So 195, we know that 14 squared is equal to 196, right? So that means that 2 consecutive numbers, it must be very close to 14, right? And the first guess is 196. We should try, how about 13 times 15? Positive numbers, and they are odd numbers, and this 13 and 15, they are consecutive positive odd numbers. So that's equal to 195, right? So that means that here I can write here 13 times 13 plus 2 is equal to 195. And we know the quadratic equation has only 2 solutions, and the only solutions are, what is it? The first number is 13 and second number is 15. Okay, so what method we used here? Guess and trial. Of course, our guess is not wild guess, it is educated guess, okay, based on some facts here. Before moving to our second example, let's get some information. Actually, we are going to use this word in the second example, certificate of entitlements. And it is, actually, I took this from Wikipedia. The certificate of entitlement, or COE, is a quota license received from a successful winning bid in an open bid uniform price auction, which grants the legal right of the holder to register, own, or use a vehicle in Singapore for a period of 10 years. When demand is high, the cost of a COE can exceed the value of the car itself. Okay, so for example, you want to buy a car or you want to use a car in Singapore, and you are allowed to use 10 years to be able to use a car or drive a car in Singapore. You need to get this certificate of entitlement. Okay, and how is it offered? Offered in this way, the kind of auction. All right, and they just raise the price. Whoever pays the maximum amount, he will get the certificate and they can use. In example 11, it says that the manager of reliable car rental, so it's a kind of company that just lets their cars rent out, right? Paid a total of $1.12 million for a number of certificates of entitlement, COEs, at the onset of the Asian economic crisis in 1997. So when Asian economic crisis started, actually they bought a number of, how many? Let's say N certificates. And they paid how much? $1.12 million. 1 year later, he found that the successful bidding price of COE has gone down by $11,000 each, and that he could get 12 more COEs by paying an extra $40,000 for them, compared to the previous year. Find the number of COEs. The first question is, find the number of COEs. Let's say it is N. The manager purchased in 1997, and the price of each COE. So the price of ECOE, let's say it is X dollars in 1,000. Okay, because it's big numbers. So our X represents, I mean, in thousands. If X is 5, it means it is 5,000. If it is 10, it means it is 10,000. All right, unit is thousands. So in 1997, right? So he got how many? He got M, a number of certificates of entitlement. So that is N. We are looking for this N. And N certificates he bought, right? And for each, he paid how much? X dollars. For each, he paid X dollars. And the total amount cost $1.12 million. So $1.12 million is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And in thousands, how many thousands we have in this million? We have 1,120 thousands, right? So here, because this X is in thousands, also we need to write this in thousands so that they have the same units. So here we have total amount is how much we paid, 1,120 thousands, which is equal to 1.12 million. And 1 year later, he found that the successful bidding price of COE has gone down by 11,000. Right, next year, and the price was how much? It has gone down by 11,000. X minus 11,000. So everything is in thousands. I just write 11, right? 1,000. And that he could get 12 more COEs. And he get this time how much? How many more? 12 more, right? It is plus 12 more. 12 more. Right. It says by paying an extra 40,000. So by paying, here we paid how much? 1,120 thousands. And now this time we are paying 40,000 more. So that is 40. Right? Everything is thousands. Don't forget, actually, X is in thousands. That's why. And also, I'm writing this in thousands. 40,000, 1,120 thousands, X thousands, 11 thousands, right? So actually, they just cancel each other. We have this equation. Okay. So we have this equation. Now we have to solve this. We use suitable variables to denote the unknown. And after that, we form our equation. Now we have to solve this. So first, dollar sign, we can just drop them, right? And remove the brackets. Here, n times x. Here we have n x. N times minus 11, n. 12 times x plus 12x. And 12 times 11 minus 132 equals 112 plus 40. On purpose, I'm not simplifying this because here we have n times x equals 1120 and x equals 1120. I just cancel out these two things, right? And also from our first equation, what is n? I can express n in terms of x. So here we have 1120 over x. Now, if I substitute this into this equation, we will have quadratic equation in x. Substitute here. First, we have 12x, right? And minus 11 times n. What is n? 1120 over x minus, take this 40 to the left-hand side, minus 132 minus 40 minus 172 is equal to 0. Or if you just multiply both sides by x and just write this in standard form, we will get 12x squared, right? And multiplies by x minus 172x. And here we have 11 times 1120. That's equal to minus 12,320. And on the right hand side, we have 0. Well, x minus 123 to 0. Okay. Now, what is it? It is a quadratic equation. So we have to solve this. Okay, it's a very simple one problem from business. So first, let's find the discriminant. That's equal to 172. After all, we have squared. We can just ignore the sign. Squared minus 4 times 12 times minus 12320, which is equal to 172 squared, right? Plus 48 times 12,320. That's equal to 620,944. And I can just write here square root of this delta is equal to square root of 620,944. That's equal to, and the square root of answer, it is 788. 788. Okay. So now let's write our first answer. Then x1 will be minus b, that is 172, plus square root of delta, it is 788 over 2 times a, that is 24, which is equal to 172 plus 788 and divided by 24. That's equal to 40. And x2, you can evaluate here, as you see here, 172 minus 788, that is less than 0. Since x is the price of this certificate, we do not use negative number, so this answer is rejected. Okay, so the answer is here, dot, 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 x. What is this? The number of COEs the manager purchased in 1997 is 40. It is a price, right? So the price, it is 40. Actually, it is 40,000, right? It is 40 in 1,000. And how about n? How many did he buy? If I substitute, we can get the value of n. So 112,1120 is divided by 40. That's equal to 28. Okay. All right. That is one example from business. Our next example is about from physics, distance time formula. A man travels a distance of 196 kilometers by train and returns in a car which travels at an average speed of 21 kilometers per hour faster than the train. If the total journey takes 11 hours, find the average speeds of the train and the car respectively. Okay, and let's say you are traveling from one city to another city, and let's say the city name is A and the city name is B. Okay, and let me change my pencil color. So that's every time. Let's use green this time. Okay, so when he's traveling from A to B, right, and he took train, and the distance is between A and B, it is 196. So we know that distance formula, what is it? Distance formula equals average speed times time. So that one is, distance is 160 kilometers. And what is the speed of the train? Speed of the train, we don't know. Let's say it is S. So it is S. And to travel this distance, it took T hours for the train. Okay. When he was traveling from B to A, he took a car and the same distance, it does not change, but it says that in this case, the speed of the car is 21 kilometers per hour faster than the train. So if it is S faster, it is S plus 21 kilometers per hour, right? And if the total journey takes 11 hours, so total journey time, right? Going from A to B, coming from B to A. total journey took 11 hours. So from A to B, if it took t hours, how about from B to A? It takes total time minus, we have already spent t hours here, 11 minus t. Okay, and some students, you can just write here t1 and t2, right? t1 plus t2 equals 11. At the time, we just use more variables, but here I'm trying to use least number of variables possible. So here we have two variables. I don't need this t, right? Because we are looking for s. If I know the value of s, and also I can evaluate s plus 21. S gives us the speed of the train, and s plus 21 gives us the speed of the car, right? So from the first equation, we can evaluate the value of t. What is t? T is equal to 196 over s. From the second one, 11 minus t, right, is equal to 196 over s plus 21. And we know the value of t in terms of s, and if we substitute here and take this to the right hand side, we will get this equation: 196 over s plus 21, right? And take this to the right hand side, plus t, what is t? 196 over s is equal to, what is it? 11, right? Actually, this is the time taken to travel from A to B, and this is the time taken to travel from B to A. Actually, this one is from A to B. Second, this one is from B to A. Okay, what is it? It's just an equation reducible to quadratic equation, and we are hoping so, at least. So if you just cross multiply, here we have 196s plus 196s plus 196 times 21, 196 times 21, that's equal to 4,116, 4,116, which is equal to, take everything, the common denominator to the right hand side. Here we have 11s plus 21, right? So if you just simplify this, here we have 392s, right? If you simplify this, plus 4116 equals 11s times s, that is 11s squared, plus 11 times 21. 11 times 21 is 231s, right? And write this in standard form, take everything to the right hand side. Here we have 11s squared, right? 231 minus 392s, which is equal to minus 161s. And also take this to the right hand side, minus 4116 is equal to 0. So we need to solve this quadratic equation. And see here, even if it is possible to factorize, it's not so easy because here we have a big number. So the best way is immediately using the formula. So delta is equal to all right. Here, delta is equal to b squared, 161 squared, minus 4 times 11 times minus 4116, which is equal to 161 squared plus 44 times 4116. That's equal to 207,025. And what is the square root of delta? And using a calculator, that is equal to square root of 207,025. 25 is equal to 455. Good, it's a whole number. So S1 is equal to minus b, 161 plus 455 square root of delta equals this over 2 times a, that is 22, which is equal to 161 plus 455 and divided by 22, that's equal to 28. Okay, and if you evaluate this as 2, you will see that's dot dot dot, it is 161 minus 455 over, it is 22. What is it? It is less than 0, right? Because of this. So this answer, speed is absolute value of velocity, is always positive. So this answer is rejected. Okay. So the answer, speed of the train, let me just write here, speed of the train equals 28 kilometers per hour, and speed of the car is equal to, what is it? Speed of the car is s plus 21. So 28 plus 21, it is 49 kilometers per hour, average speeds. Okay. All right, that's the end of our video. And also we have another quote here. Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is a natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. Okay.